Hi guys. So left one note for grade 9. Yes, say hi, love. That's my lovely partner, guys. So 3 and -2 plus 3 to 0 plus 3 squared. So when we have a negative exponent, it's like saying if I have 3 to the -1, it's 1 over 3 to 1. So we're gonna say 3 to the -2 to 1 over 3 squared. So now we say 1 over 3 squared plus 1 because it's to 0 plus 9 because it's 3 squared is going to be equal to 1 over 9 plus 1 plus 9, which is 1 over 9 plus 10. So we need to get 10 to be over 9. So we have to multiply this by 9, and then we can put it over 9. So it's going to be 1 over 9 plus 90 over 9, which is 91 over 9. Cool, guys. Perfect. Unfortunately, this video is probably going to be quite long now that I'm thinking about it. Quite long. I'm going to erase some of this over here. Clear it up a tad. And we're going to move on to the next question. -5 squared divided by the cube root of -1. So the square root of -1 we can't do, but the cube root of -1 is something that we can do, and the cube root of -1 is -1. Cool? Because to get to -1, we can cube -1, because it's -1 cubed is equal to -1. Okay? Cool. If you don't understand that, ask me tomorrow. Then we have -5 squared. It's not, whoopsie, this. It is, so the negative is on the outside. We aren't squaring the negative, so it's going to become 25, -25, sorry, divided by -1, which is equal to 25. Cool. Cool. Let me make this a point eraser, make it a bit bigger. Makes my life nicer. And for this next question here, we have 3 squared plus 3 to the 1 plus 3 to the 0 plus 3 to the -1 plus 3 to the -2. So it'll be 9 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 9. Remember, guys, to the negative means it's a fraction, and you make that fraction positive on the bottom. So it'll be 1 over 3 squared, 1 over 9. And then we can have 10, 13 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 9. So we need it to be over 9 on everything. So it's going to be 13 plus 3 over 9 plus 1 over 9. And to get 13 over 9, we're going to multiply it by 9. So we can do it easily by saying 13 times 10 is 130, minus 13, 120, 117. So it'll be equal to 117 over 9 plus 3 over 9 plus 1 over 9. So it'll be 120 over 9, 121 over 9. Does that simplify? Let's see, 99, 108, 100. This might simplify. Let me find my calculator and see if it works out to something nice, guys. No, I've got my phone. I don't need a calculator. I don't need one. Doesn't. It's 13.44444. And this is a 1 divided by 3. Doesn't matter. Then we're going to have the cube root of 27. We can notice that 27 is 3 cubed. So the cube root of 27 is going to be 3 minus the root of 49. 49 is 7 squared. So it'll be 7 plus 4. 3 minus 7 is 4, negative 4. And then plus 4 is 0. So this question is 0. Square root of 9 plus 16 is square root of 25. And that is 25. And then, this is for the later question. I have one of you with it earlier. Then 18 over 2, so that is going to be the square root of 9 minus negative 2 cubed. So the negative 2 cubed is going to be a negative because it's a negative times a negative, which is a positive, times a negative, which is a negative. So that'll be negative 8, negative 8. So it's going to be 3 minus minus 8. These two minuses here become a positive. So that'll be 11. Cool, guys. You need clarification once again. Come and speak to me. Let's have a look here. So the cube root of 27 over 8. So if we have the cube root of 27 over 8, it's the same thing as saying 27 over 8 to the 1 over 3. And then we can distribute that into the fraction on each level, and we get the cube root of 27 over the cube root of 8, which is going to be 3 over 2. The other problem here is going to be, we're going to get that 2 on top of the thing, so it's going to be 4, 8, that'll be 9 over 4, so plus the root of 9 over the root of 4, and that is 3 over 2. So that will be 3, guys. And then let's see how much we have to do. You're preparing for your test is harsh here, guys. 36 x to the 36. We've got x to the 36, x to the 36. We can just add them. Simple as that. And then we're going to get 70, 100. The root of 100x to the 36 is going to be 10 root x to the 36. And we know a square root is just an exponent half. So it's going to be 10 to the x 36 over 2 and x to the 18. Cool, guys. And we're going to go 5.9 over here. And it is x to the 10, x to the 10. So you can just add them. And that'll be 25 x to the 10. So it'll be root 25 x to the 10, which is 5 root x to the 10. And that's going to divide the exponent again. We're going to have 5 x to the 5. Perfect, guys. Moving on to the next question. You see that is a root of 144, which we should know is 12. Then the a exponent will be divided by 2 because it's a square root. A to the 3, 6 over 2. Then the b exponent will also be divided. B to the 5, 10 over 2. Times minus 2ab squared is going to be 12 times negative 2 is minus 24. A cubed times a is going to be a to the 4, and then b to the 5 times b squared is going to be b to the 7. Cool, guys. Perfect. Moving on. 5.11. So what we have here is, okay, let's have a look. We're going to take this out, and then it's going to be a plus 2b x squared, because we're dividing this in 2. Once we get this out, the square root of 9 is 3, and this cancels with that because it's 2 over 2. And then we're going to say 3x squared a plus 2b to make our life simpler, and that's going to be 3ax squared plus 3. Oh, wait, 6, because it's got a 2 in front there, guys. Be careful. And it's going to be 6x squared b. Then we've got this problem over here, and it's at 169. I wonder if that has a nice, neat little square root. Let's have a look here on my calculator. Square root of 169 comes out to be 13. Perfect. So we're going to say that it's going to be 13 x to the 14, and we put that 14 to the 2, so x to the 7, and we put that y is 22 over 2, and that is 11. So 13 x to the 7, y to the 11, and we move on to this next segment up here. Okay, so we've established previously that this is a 1 over 2, and that distributes into everything here, so it'll be 2 root a cubed over the square root of a to the 9. Cool. I didn't like how I wrote this and write this even neatly enough, sorry. That'll be 2 root a to the 3 over root a to the 9. Alternatively, what we can do is we can say, oh, sorry guys, I've approached this wrong, that's my bad. 4a to the 3. Yep. Let me make this a little smaller. There we go. Got this 4a to the 3, right? And we got that a to the 9 on the bottom. And remember, guys, remember your exponent rules, minus 9. So the root's still there. And we're going to say this is equal to 4a to the negative 6. And that'll be equal to the square root of 4 over a to the 6. And then we could say that that is 2 over a to the 3, because 6 over 2 is 3. And then we're going to move on to the next problem. And if we see a negative fraction like this, a negative exponent like this, we can take this whole fraction and flip it upside down. So this is going to be 2 over 5x to the negative 1. And then there's also there's another option here. I think I'm going to do that one because it looks nicer, and I think it'll take less time for us. We can multiply this exponent in, so it'll be 5 to the negative 1, x to the positive 1 over 2 to the negative 1, and then we can just say that that is, because remember there's the rule where you have to distribute like this, and it goes onto everything and you multiply it because it's on the outside of the brackets. So what we're going to do is then we're just going to swap that 2 and that 5, and we're going to say 2x over 5. And then we've got this other thing here. It's 25x to the 4, y to the negative 2. The square root of 25 is 5. This dot has a multiplication sign, by the way, this one over here. Then x to the 4 over 2 is going to be x squared, and that y of negative 2 is going to be y to the negative 1. So then we're going to say, okay, this y meant to go on the bottom, and 5x squared times 2x is going to be 10x cubed over 5y, and then that'll be 2x cubed over y. Why, you ask? Because there's 10 and there's 5. 5 goes into 10. Cool, I'm sure you can see that. Let's have a look here. So, first thing is we want to pay attention to our rules very closely. We're going to say a cubed b to the 6 over a, 16a c squared, because remember that negative sign is on the inside of the bracket and the square is on the outside of the bracket, so negative 4 is getting squared as well as c, so the negative 4 becomes a positive 16, and then we've got this a here, and it's going to be a minus 1 up there, and there's no c on the top, so we just leave that as it is, and then we're going to say this is the square root of a squared b to the 6 over 16c squared. Remember, the half distributes, so everything is going to have a square root on it up here, and that'll be a b to the 3 over 4c. Cool, guys. Don't mind, I'm going to have a sip of my tea. Give me 13 seconds. Sit up, get a bit more comfortable. There we go. Nice sip of my tea. And moving on to 5.16. Oh, my laptop's getting hot on my lap like this. I'll lift it up a little bit, maybe give it some breathing room. Let's have a look, see. Then we have 3x to the 5, y to the negative 3 squared, negative 6y to the 5 times 2x to the negative 4x to the 0. So what do we notice about this problem first? X to the 0. Get rid of it. It's a 1. Second thing we notice about this problem, we have negative exponents, and we have an exponent outside of a bracket there. So what we can do is we can take 3 squared x to the 10 y to the negative 6, because we've multiplied this exponent in. Remember, guys, it multiplies in according to your rules, over negative 6 y to the 5 times, that's 2 over x to the 4, because remember, guys, negative exponent, it goes on the bottom now. And then we can also say that this will be minus 5. So when I say minus 5, I mean this y to the 5 on the bottom here, you can minus. And now we move on with our problem, and we say 9x to the 10, y to the negative 11 over negative 6 times 2 over x to the 4. Perfect, guys. So now what we do is we're going to say 9x to the 10 over negative 6y to the 11, because remember this negative means it moves to the bottom, times by 2 over x to the 4. Then we can minus that, and we can say that this is going to be 18x to the 6 over negative 6y to the 11 and 18, 6, 12, 18. So this divides, it's going to be a negative 3x to the 6 over y to the 11. Okay, cool, guys. Let me erase all of this because it's taking up a lot of our space. And I don't want that for us. It's not very swag money. Just obviously you could have paused the video and etc. Then we have this over here. So we've got that keep change flip from all the way back in grade 7 that hopefully you might remember. So we're going to say 2xy squared over 3m times 9xm over 4y squared. And then we're going to say there's an m down here, gone, m up here, gone. And then what? We have a y squared down here and a y squared up here, gone, gone. So 9 times 2 is 18, x times x is x squared, over 12, 3 times 4. And that is 9 over 6, sorry, 9x squared over 6, which is 3 over 2, and the x squared stays. Guys, remember your cross multiplication, your cancelling, very important. You've got to know when to cancel your numbers. Let's have a look here. We've got to do the same keep change flip. So 3x over y squared z cubed times 2yz to the 4 over 9x squared. So we can see that we have this x up here, and we're going to say, let's say, what do we want to do here? I'm trying to think of the shortest way to approach this problem. So we're going to say here, we're going to have 3x over 9x squared, so it'll be 1 over 3x, because we've cancelled the 3x and the 9x squared. And what's left is 1 over 3x. And then let's look at the next step for our problem here. What we're going to do is we're going to have times 2, because that 2 doesn't cancel with anything here. So we're going to have yz to the 4 over y squared z to the 3. So this y is going to disappear, and we're going to have 1z left. And everything down here is going to disappear. Oh, no, we're still going to have the 1y. And we're going to have the 1y. So we're going to have 2z over 3xy, if I'm not mistaken, which I shouldn't be. If you have any questions about that, please let me know. I am sometimes prone to mistakes, guys, so I'm not infallible, not ineffable. Let me have a look. Let me have a sip of my tea. Lovely. Right. Trying to remember where we went up until. Definitely sent you all of these middle ones. They're on the group chat. Let me have a look. Where is the grade 9 math? There it is. 5.23. And we're at 5.18. Lovely, okay. So let's have a look here. These are just multiplied. So what we can say is it's 2 to the 4, a to the 4, c to the 8, a squared. Oh, wait, no, there's an exponent outside. So that'll be, go away. So that'll be a to the 4, b to the 6 over 4a to the 4, b to the 6, c to the... Why is my pen doing this now? That'll be c to the 3. Cool. I see a to the 4 on top, so it's going to disappear. I see b to the 6 on top, it's going to disappear. I see c to the 8 on top, so it's going to get a -3 on it. And I see this is 2 squared, so this can get a -2. Everything on the bottom is gone. So now we're going to have 2 squared, a to the 4, c to the 8, 765. Cool stuff, guys. Cool beans. 2a squared, b cubed, etc., etc., etc. It's going to be, I know it looks big, guys, but it's just a bit of a mess. 2 to the 4, a to the 8, b to the 12. It's tedious, but you guys have got this. 8 squared, a squared, b to the -4 over 4ab to the 5 times 12a to the 9, b to the 7. Now, let's see what I can get rid of. Well, I know that 8 squared would be this, so we're going to have 2 to the 3 squared multiplies in. So 8 squared is 2 to the 6. So 2 to the 4 times 2 to the 6 is going to give us 2 to the 10 on top. And then we're going to have a to the 8 times a to the 2, so that's a to the 10. And then b to the 12 minus 4 is going to be b to the 8. All over this bottom, we're going to simplify now. And that's 12, 24. That's going to be 48. And then a to the 9, a to the 10, then b to the 5, that is going to be b to the 10, b to the 12. So what we have is going to be 48, which is going to be, let me try and simplify this, cut it down a little, 24 to 12 to 6 to 3, 3, 1, 1. So 2 to the 4 times 3. Okay, I thought it would be a little nice shortcut, but no. Okay, moving on. We're going to go a to the 10 cancels with a to the 10. And then 2 to the 10. Have I made a little bit of an algebra error? Let's see. Whoops. 2 raised to the 10. Oh, I haven't. Nice. Great. So that'll be 2 to the 10 is 1024 divided by 48. Doesn't go neatly. Okay. So we'll come back to that then. So then we're going to say minus 12. And now it is equal to 2 to the 10 b to the 8 minus 12, b to the negative 4 over 48. Now that we've got this, we can say that, let's go back to what I did over here, where I said 2, 24, 2, 12, 2, 6, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is now going to be 2 to the 10, b to the negative 4, over 2 to the 4 times 3. And then that'll be 10 minus 4, so it's going to be 2 to the 6 over b to the 4 times 3. And then that simplifies into whatever 2 to the 6 is over this. Don't ask me. I don't know. I'm not doing it on my calculator. You guys can do that on your own. With much love. Then let's get a move on to the next questions. I'll genuinely be shocked if all of you made it here. I'm getting tired just reading them. Yo. I will do the last few for you. I was debating leaving them for you guys to ask me. Should I do that? Let me see how long this video is. No, this is one video. That's not a bad idea. If anyone... Oh, it's only 30 minutes. Wait, let me